I was on a small plane heading toward an island off the coast of Borneo when a man sitting next to me leaned over. He introduced himself as a Malayan special agent, and then he warned me. A few years earlier, pirates had kidnapped tourists in this very region. "It's better now," he said, "mostly because of me." He showed me photos, him on a helicopter, manning a huge gun. I didn't know what to ask, so I just nodded. But his words stayed with me. And as the plane descended, I wondered if I was about to make the biggest mistake of my life. The island was quiet. A beach hut, no internet, no people. Only a few dogs wandering the sand. I walked along the empty beach, feeling something I couldn't name. A kind of emptiness, an unease. Later, I realized I hadn't come here just to see the sea. I had come here to find a plan. This was a coastline where saltwater crocodiles waited in rivers, and where one of the most poisonous sea snakes in the world breeds in shallow waters. But the real danger wasn't outside, it was inside. What would I do with my life after all these adventures? One evening, a dog followed me down the beach, almost as if he was guiding me, protecting me.
Is it a good idea to cross the river, my friend? Good dog. Apparently, I have a new friend and a new protector. A wild dog. Very nice.
We sat together watching the sunset, and there, in that moment, I opened my notebook and just started writing. Page after page, 4 pages in total. A master plan. And at the very heart of it was this. A series called Road to Cannes. The idea was born on that island. And though it would take me 2 years to commit to it, the seed was already planted. Looking back now, I realize everything I'm doing today began right there. That night, I went to sleep in my hut, tucked under 2 mosquito nets. And then the bats came, hundreds of them swirling around my bed in the darkness. It felt apocalyptic, but also somehow like a sign, a strange kind of promise. The next evening, my host, a man named Tomoyo, invited me to go night fishing. It was just him, another fisherman, and me. We pushed out to sea in a small boat, the lights of the shore disappearing behind us. No fishing rods, only a plastic bottle wrapped with line. And in the silence of the open ocean, my fear grew. I thought of pirates, I thought of sharks. If something happened out here, no one would ever know. But as the night went on, we began to talk about his dreams, his view of the world, his hopes for his children. The fear faded, and in the middle of the sea with strangers I barely knew, I felt a kind of trust.
No.
Banana fish.
At some point, my line pulled tight. The fisherman shouted, "Yes, a crab, a crab!" I pulled with all my strength, only to find a stone on the end of the line. They laughed and said it had never happened before. And that was the end of my fishing career. When I woke up next morning, I felt different, lighter. I had what I came for, a plan. And though I didn't know it then, that plan would stay with me for years. It would evolve, grow, and eventually bring me here, to this very moment, telling you this story, walking the road to Cannes. Sometimes you think you travel for adventure, for beaches, for stories, but sometimes you travel to discover what you already carry inside. For me, it was this island. It was 4 pages written at sunset that would become the compass for everything I'm doing now. And the journey wasn't over. I still had one more adventure in Borneo. The beaches, the most beautiful I had ever seen. But before that, I left this island knowing one thing for sure. This was the beginning of the road to Cannes.